Okay, I'm live. This is fun. I haven't done a YouTube live before. Actually, I have. I forgot that I did. So let's get into it. Hey, tall girl. This is my first YouTube live that isn't about Mother's Day product sales. Welcome 2019. So, okay, let's not be weird. So first I want to announce the winner of the Hey Tall Girl giveaway. I'm announcing those every Friday, and that is Kushite Prince. Thanks for subscribing to the Tall Girl crew. I appreciate your support, and I checked out your channel. I really like your content also. That's not just empty flattery. So I have either the Detox and Rebuild toothpaste from Temple Care or the Aloe Vera Rose Toner. If you want that, just let me know what you actually prefer. If you don't be putting stuff on your face, then I understand, but it's really cool. This is an unlabeled one, and it has spirulina in it, and aloe vera, rose water, pumpkin seed powder, a bunch of great things for your skin. It'll just make you enhance your beauty, your handsomeness, whoever you are, for a lifetime, a baddie forever. So Kushite Prince, you're the winner for this. So let's get into today's topic. So I released a video, I think yesterday, and it was the feminist thing. And one moment, I'm gonna drink my beet juice. Okay. Wow, I really needed that. And if my voice sounds like a little bit like, okay, it's because the cold basically is coming out, coming down. And I feel like I only get sick like, or a cough. I don't really want to say I get sick, but maybe like once or twice a year, I just get like a in my throat, and it lasts about 3 days. And it's usually when I get into like a different environment or just like hyper, just moving so much and not recovering. And I made a tall girl tip video about how I make my 5 ingredient elixir that gets rid of it in 3 days. Has bentonite clay in it, black seed oil, lemon oil, sea minerals, and cinnamon. But I'll be uploading that like in a day or two. So today's video is about victim complex, and what really inspired this video, I kind of alluded to it in the video that I just posted about the feminist thing. And so the Black Lives Matter, the women's movement, or whatever you want to call it, and the gay movement, and even the mental health thing. And it's okay if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, you're really insensitive. I don't think that I am. I think I'm actually very intuitive, almost, and like in the Guardians of the Galaxy, like empath. I'm very, and I've used the word in a different video, but like socially intelligent. So I'm very aware of how people are reacting to stimuli, and how something can make somebody feel, and compassionate, and can put myself in somebody else's shoes like very easily. So I'm not cold-hearted, like cold-blooded like that. What is it from Dave Chappelle? I'm not. But I think something that I appreciate, whenever I was playing volleyball for Maryland, my coach Steve Aird at the time, he was my second coach there, he challenged me to buck up and be authentic with myself, and basically not be a P word about things. Hold on, the light's getting a bit extreme. The sun's coming out. It's kind of better. Drop down and get your eagle on. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so as I was saying, just Steve Aird really challenged me to basically grab life by the horns and be authentic with myself. And I feel like that, like, I literally bless God for him, because for someone to be like, to hold the mirror up to you and be like, this is what you really are. And he said things like, you maintain this facade or whatever to everybody, that everything's perfect and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you still have to look yourself in the mirror and be yourself to yourself, basically, something along those lines. So I was back at home in North Carolina for the holidays, and I got in this conversation with my mom and sister, and it got into like the black chip on the shoulder that everybody I don't want to say everybody because I'm included in everybody and I don't feel this way, but just kind of walking around like this energy, like really hostile toward our white brethren. And that don't make no sense to me because, I mean, I could go down the list, but the first one I just thought of is most of us are some type of blend anyway at this point. Like we've all mixed around and mixed up, and everybody's doing the DNA test and giving your DNA to Big Brother. So people are finding out that they're like 22% European and stuff like that, like apparently I am. So you're literally hating a part of yourself, bro. You could have manifested a lighter skin and looked more white in a different like era or something like that, like in your genealogy. So like you're literally hating a part of yourself, and we're more spiritual beings than we are our flesh this. So it's like especially how people love to like get into like the evolution statistics and stuff like that, and how much percent, like we're 98%, you know, as close to like an amoeba or like a cow or something like that. And when we're looking at humans, like we're basically all the same, like a couple of derivatives in our chromosomes or DNA expression or stuff like that. So it doesn't make sense that we're hating each other. And the same hate that we're hating, that we rebuke and we resent, that we have maybe received from some of our white brethren in the past, like that's what we're admitting now. And it's really weird to me because, you know, like some white people, and especially like liberal ones, want to make sure that I know, like I'll just meet them in Publix or out in random, you know, situations, and they want to make sure that I know that they are down for the cause, and like they're like, oh my gosh, I hate Trump too and stuff, and like I support women's issues, I support Black Lives Matter. I'm like, bro, I actually don't really agree with anything that you just said, but cool. And I'm not an Uncle Tom. I'm just a critical thinker. So if the entire culture is prompting you to hate Trump, have a chip on your shoulder about white people, be super feminist to where that actually means anti-men, if the aggregate like culture is on that wave, that should be a red flag. Hold on, something's going on. I should probably be swimming in the other direction a little bit. And that's not to say everything that is socially acceptable and mainstream is bad, but when the whole agenda and programming and television programming, like conditioning programming, mind control, is all like catered to one end of the spectrum, one way of thinking, then that should be a red flag. Okay, maybe there's something going on here that may be a little bit more sinister. So the Black Lives Matter thing, they were just talking to me about, of course, I am aware that there has been systematic oppression and that it's not gone away just because they're not wearing the hats anymore and stuff, which, by the way, the Democratic Party, when the KKK just so-called dissolved, they like flooded into the Democratic Party, but I digress. Democrats love black people, right? Okay. So I'm aware of all those things. I have experienced racism in different moments in my life, but other groups have too, and other prejudices. Everybody has experienced some type of like really unpleasant thing in their life at some point. And you know, my mom, you know, straight up, she was like, you know, the brands that you have, the work that you have, can you be honest with yourself? And like, if you were maybe a white girl, your stuff would have popped off by now. And I was thinking about it, and you know, maybe there's something to that, but would me being white have prepared me to take all the plethora of orders if my website got flooded before I was ready and went through the time that it took to be, you know, to train to sustain a business like this? No, it wouldn't have. I still would have needed the time to get my act together to be able to be a business woman, a business owner that could take care of those orders in a timely fashion. And I can look at my history and say, I haven't been ready, not really until recent history. So, and being black is not a bad thing. Like, being black is awesome. And me being black has afforded me different opportunities and let me stay out of a crowd or stand out of a crowd where maybe being white or, you know, whatever majority hasn't. Like, being tall makes me stand out of a crowd, being black makes me stand out of the crowd. Being Black, Latina, female makes me stand out and can afford me different opportunities. So it's not all bad. Honestly, it's like the universe, if there's something that could have gone up against me, it has a really awesome counter that is like even better. You feel me? So I just see the Romans 8:28 positivity in all of that. And I refuse to choose to feel victimized because of my Blackness or my femininity or me being female or me being Hispanic. It's like, those are all awesome things. And if somebody chooses to, you know, be away to me about it, and that's the other thing. I feel like, and I have seen it, some black people will walk around with a chip on their shoulder and emitting this energy of, I basically like want to buck you, like I dare you to say something to me. Like they have that energy. That is a repulsive, repelling energy. Nobody wants to be around that. And they can pick that up. Like, we're not dumb. Like, we're all telepathic creatures. So if you're sending that out, I don't want to be around you. And I may be hostile back towards you. And this white guilt that we're trying to make people feel, it's like, if I were white, I would be like, that's really whack, and I shouldn't feel guilty for something that I have no control over, just like you had no control over being Black. But anyway, the Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter, the feminist, the gay, I don't see how what it has become now. Maybe it started off with a clear, positive intent, but what it has become now, it just seems like, oh, I have to feel like I'm the underdog, like, woe is me, I can't because of systematic oppression. Bruh, maybe you can't because you don't get to appointments on time, because you don't follow through, because you don't manage your finances in such a way that you can be a borrower and lender to yourself. Okay, so, and I get it. Like, the really cool thing is, like, I was doing a market and I met this person. Hold on, let me see if I can make my camera a little clearer. That helped marginally. But I was doing a market with this guy, William is his name. I love the name William, by the way, because, like, actually Black Eyed Peas probably subconsciously made me realize that. Like, I will the thing. But he grew up in the foster care system on the streets of Philadelphia. And he had a difficult upbringing or childhood because he was literally raising himself, really. And then one day he decided, you know what, I don't want to have any more near-death experiences. I want to educate myself, and I want to pull myself up from the bootstraps and get out of this. So, yeah, maybe more of our children in that system, yeah, but a lot of them can and have made a decision that that's not going to be my existence, and I don't want to say overnight, but it's as a man thinketh, you feel me? And another thing, if Black people are so angry about the so-called systematic, to this day, 2019, that's holding all of us back, that it's so strong that it's holding all of us back, and it's only affecting us, by the way. The system that's in place, like the pyramid hierarchical system of oppression, it's only affecting Black people, guys. Like, there's no white people in trailer parks and on food stamps. Like, it's only Black people. I just wanted you to know. They're the only ones being affected anyway. But if we feel so passionate about it, like, what shakes me, yo, is it's almost like we're more passionate about the idea. Like, we love the fantasy and Cinderella, the fiction. I don't want to say fiction, but, like, we love the storyline that we are being like we're just being had. And we stay there while our kids are being scooped up and out of the orphanages and out of the system and being kidnapped and being put into the sex trade, like, nonstop. And sure, their stories aren't on CNN all the time, and maybe, like, yeah, maybe a white girl or whatever has their story on there more, but this is happening chronically to our kids. What are we doing about it? We're doing a lot of talking about what is happening to us and woe is me. What are we doing about taking care of our kids and taking back our communities? Okay, so I disagree with the general energy of the Black Lives Matter feminist and gay, because it's not empowering at all. And I don't even like empowering, because we have all the power that we need to manifest and create whatever we need. All we have to do is cast off the not self that we have been programmed to believe we are, the lazy self, the oh my gosh, I can't do anything like without the help of others self, like all of the things that are not truly in line with our divinity. We just have to cast those off and remember who we truly are by divine creation. So I feel like that's kind of everything. The women's thing, it's so, you can actually see the out of balance masculine energy in that, because it looks back, it looks at our boys and our men, and it's like, you guys aren't anything and I'm better than you and I don't need men and stuff like that. It's like, why are you acting that way? Or you're like, oh my gosh, men have done so much to me. And honestly, I would love to hear from women to tell me how men have jacked you up so hard and you had nothing to do with that situation happening to you. Because some women, and I love like the movie Waiting to Exhale and For Colored Girls, they had talked about kind of like that man came and he took all my things, and like the song Erykah Badu, like Bag Lady and stuff. Someone cannot come into your house and take all your things, come into your temple, come into your spirit and take all your things without your permission. You may not have had discernment, like maybe you were young when you got played, but you got played 3, 4, 5 times. You didn't start learning your lesson. And some women are sacrificing themselves in almost like this martyr spirit, like, oh my gosh, I'm taking him into my home, into my heart to rehabilitate him. And you're doing a lot of that for yourself to feel good about yourself. Like, oh, this man needs me. And then you're turning it on him like, oh my gosh, how could you use me and abuse me this way? So everything that we experience in our life, I'm just saying, like, let's take ownership, because there's nothing that has happened in our life that we didn't have any type of involvement in the manifesting of that thing. And the truth is, like, I'm learning more about like past life stuff, and again, if that freaks you out, like, okay, I used to be, weirded out about some things too, but it's really cool when you go down the rabbit hole of truth, like, stuff really does start to make sense and reveal itself. But there may have been things in our past life that we set into motion that we're working through now, and I think I'll save that for another topic, but what your karmic debt might be and what you may need to be working on in this lifetime, I'll save that for a different video. I want to stay focused. So the gay thing is curious because I've fortunately had some private, honest, authentic conversations with some people who identify being in the gay community, and they admitted that they were not born that way, though that's kind of the thing to say. There are some people who truly say and feel and profess that they were born that way, and I feel like it's a very, very small percentage actually of like the gay population that actually may have been born that way. And I don't think that would be something to like be proud of, because it seems like it would be a curse to feel like you're in a body that doesn't belong to you. And I feel like the people in the gay community that act like they were born that way are doing a disservice to people who, that's a type of torture, I would imagine. Like, I don't want to say like sleep paralysis, but like invasion of the body snatchers. To feel like you're in the wrong body, like that wouldn't be cool. So, and just be honest. But so I've had some honest conversation with some gay people, and they were like, you know what, I wasn't born this way. Basically, I just wasn't getting play from guys, and my best friend kept on trying to be like, oh my gosh, you want to be my girlfriend? And I was like, oh, okay, fine. So they just started being gay because they basically didn't feel like they had the options, or that they were getting the attention that they wanted from male suitors. And should I save that for another time? It's like, bruh, work on yourself. Or maybe right now isn't the time for you to be with somebody. It's okay. Like, I guess I could have turned gay, I don't know, up until I was 22, because I wasn't getting play like that. I wasn't, but I was cool. Like, honestly, after a point, I was like, you know what, I may be kind of an outsider and like kind of weird and quirky. I have time to work on myself and like be awesomer for the day that if I do have a partner divinely selected for me, I'll be ready for him. And if not, you know what, me and you, God, we're gonna be good. Like, I think it's important for us to get to that point that you can be good without anybody, without feeling resentful. Like, you should be a whole person before you meet maybe your divinely selected partner. And I've talked about that in a series that I'm excited to roll out, and that is the Thirst Bucket Chronicles, talking about being a recovered thirst bucket. So, pardon me, I hate having my voice like this during this video. Actually, it's kind of sexy because it's like, Toni Braxton. It's not. So anyway, I keep checking over here just to make sure I'm kind of hitting all the points. I think that I have. I don't want to beat it to death. So if you have any comments, please leave them down below. I would love to engage with you. Some people have already started kind of commenting on the videos, which is really cool, and I appreciate you. If you come to my channel, I hope that, you know, it could be like a tough love type of thing and a refreshing perspective, and honestly, like, I just kind of see more and more, honestly kind of feel like I can't not say anything anymore. Every Black person does not, again, hate the presidency, hate who our leader is of the country, and if you feel so like, oh my gosh, about it, honestly, if you're a believer in any type of way, or just a student of theology and religion, the Word of God is pretty cool, because it said, like, whoever the leader of your nation is, like, that person shouldn't be God to you anyway. Like, pay your taxes, whatever, but don't worship that person as if, like, they were God. And he was even warning initially, I feel like it was in Samuel 1 or something, or Kings, somewhere around there, still in the Old Testament, but it was like, they were like, God was like, do you really want to put someone over you to be your king? Like, that's what you really want to do? Watch yourself get taxed, see how that works out for you. Anyway, so, I don't agree with every single thing the president does. I don't, like, you shouldn't agree with everything that I say. I don't think that I would agree with everything that you say. It's okay to have differing opinions, but on a lot of things, I really do. I like conservative policy. I honestly like protectionist policies for a while to rehabilitate our country. So yeah, so every Black person isn't anti-Trump. Every female isn't like, I hate men. Every Black person isn't, you know, F white people. Like, no. I would love, like, yeah, it may sound like an idealist, but, like, it'd be really cool if we could just, like, honestly, like, all love each other and, like, see us in each other. Like, we're all God created, and all the universe and God reflecting. Like, we're all mirrors of each other. Like, we're all walking universes, and we're all really truly the same. We really are. Just God expressing itself differently. So that's everything for this video, and Kushite Prince, I'll hit you up and see how I can get this product to you, whatever product that you choose. And I'll be doing lives every Friday. I'm setting up the new Instagram. I've been Space Cadet 15 on Instagram right now, but there's so much conspiratorial stuff on there. Like, I've been all over the place. So I'm just gonna tighten up and start a Hey Tall Girl Instagram. So I'll keep you posted on that. And 2 more videos coming out this weekend. I'm gonna do my best to release videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, Friday lives. But because I missed this Tuesday with the holidays and stuff, I'll be releasing it this Saturday and Sunday. So I will talk with you later. Thanks for stopping by. If you did, I don't think anybody did. That's okay. I will talk with you later. Bye. Oh wait, I have to figure out how to close this. Share, multi-microphone. Do I just click X? I hope it saves it. All right, bye. Yes, I do want to end it.